So the truth is, no one would hire me. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't know anything. I don't blame anybody for not hiring me. The place that I did work at, I think I was getting like, I don't know, $17 an hour. I started at 15. I worked there 2 years during law school. And then, that was down in Miami. I moved back up to Delray, which is where my mom was living. I moved back up to Delray after law school because, I
Mm.
didn't have a student housing anymore. So I was driving to Miami every day. And the money that I spent on
Oh,
gas was my paycheck.
yeah.
And no one would hire me. I applied at a couple places. No one wanted me. One place, it was so funny. You think, okay, now I'm a lawyer. So you go into a interview and they go, well, how much do you want? And they literally go, write it down on a piece of paper. So I wrote it down and I pushed the paper forward and they go like, no, we're not prepared. And they wrote down like 36,000 on the piece of paper and they pushed it back towards me. And I'm like, dude, I go, I was making $36,000 a year working at the mall when I was in undergrad. I was like, what are you talking about? I went to law school. And they go, so I thought it was like a negotiation. So I wrote down a little bit bigger number than less of what I wanted, but more closer to their number. They were like, no, man. And, the truth is I didn't know anything. And, there was a bad time in the economy, right? It was like 2009 when I graduated. So I just decided, I said, hey, I'm just going to go out on my own, work out of my mom's place. I'll make enough money to, pay my student loans, pay some bills. No problem. Everything will be okay. And I just worked out of there until I couldn't anymore. My mom, she's Cuban. She doesn't like a messy place. I had demand letters I was doing just PIP suits at that time. I had stacks and stacks of demand letters. Like this pile was for Geico. This pile was for State Farm. And I had them all over. And one day I come home and the whole table's clean. It looks beautiful. And I go, Mom, where's all my legal documents? And she's like, no, I put them over there in the corner. They were messing up the whole table. And I was like freaked. I was like, Mom, as an adult, like as an adult lawyer, Mom, these are important legal documents. You can't just go touching them like that. And it is so embarrassing and just emasculating. So that was when I knew I had to move out.
Were you living there with your mother at
I
the
was
time?
sitting there, and I had one guy coming in the office,
Yeah.
which was the living room, and working. And I remember the HOA. They go, "There's a condo. There's a condo." And the HOA goes like, "Hey, who's this guy coming here every day? Comes at 8, he leaves at 5." So I was like, "Oh no, he's just my friend. We hang out all day. Like, leave us alone." It was a 55 and up community. You know how these people get. So they were all nosy.